Is everybody here? Are you in? Join the share screen. Are you in? We're 95% done. We're 95% done. Barry, William, Jefferson, David, Irvin, Kale. Barry Williams. Not ready yet. I'm lighting a cigar. Cigar. Like the fucking cigar. I'm not ready yet, and I'll tell you why. I'm lighting a cigar. Ha ha ha. I'm using 2G instead of 5G, whatever the fuck that means. So hopefully it's not too blurry. I'd love some feedback.
Is that Ifrit, or what's left of him?
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become.
I don't know who that guy is. Like, he's supposed to be the bad guy of the game, but I could never figure out who the fuck he is. They call him Ultima, but he ain't like no Ultima I ever seen.
To destruction, but she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
To right your wrongs. If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Muthos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all! What?
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I think this the last boss. See if you could join this screen share.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
My friends. My family.
Yeah, take as long as you need. You'll figure it out
Fought to
somehow.
survive.
You can join the share screen, or you can click on the red dot.
It may be broken, but it's all we have.
All right, I gotta go on mute. I gotta go on mute to watch this.
I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us.
I heard you. I hear you. Try to join somehow.
This isn't your world anymore.
It's us.
You just click on a party. It's already open. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing else I can do. You click on the red dot, or you click on the word that begins with the letter S. Is it really blurry? But how blurry? Okay, well I don't know. I'm trying to get it perfect if I can. If it gets blurry, oh well. Can't help it. Not right now.
be sublimed through game standing. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals, incapable even of contrition. In fitting season shall we reap our harvest.
What the fuck? It's a black hole. It just sucks you into the black hole.
gifted this chance.
What the hell?
And still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now?
The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us.
killed his ass. Hopefully he stays dead. The only words that matter are the yellow. The white words, they don't matter. Only the yellow. Only the yellow matters.
At last, for countless generations, have we awaited this moment.
See if you can hold down the R2 button and press X. See what happens.
Your struggles may be
R2X.
strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin.
I got it set up so you can make little markings. You press R2
Absolution
and press
is
X.
nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
If you use your controller, you could do stuff. R2 and X. Move your joystick around. Now if you hold the R2 button down and press X, it shows a little thing in the corner of the screen. Or if you move your joystick around, you could do stuff on my screen. It says view in full screen.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
Well, even though you weren't smart enough to figure it out, like you could like make stuff appear on my screen. Like you could like make a little robot appear. You can make your face appear. You could point at stuff. I've never seen you do it before, as if you never knew it existed.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Come. Remember who you are.
Clive.
Damn it, Clive. Wake up. sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once again, 'tis my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here. Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon.
Thank you. tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
There's something about it. Like it's...
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long...
All hands on deck, then.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires.
Shut the fuck up, Josh Barber.
List of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republic...
Yeah, that was one of my enemies. That was my enemy's brother that joined.
Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the curse breakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools,
Join the share screen.
corrupting all who cannot channel its energies.
Scare screen, yeah, scare screen.
Ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we face
No,
here,
you mean you don't beat the game on a Final Fantasy, you just complete the campaign.
Needless to say, we
Yeah, I don't know. It's still continuing.
If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we gonna manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off.
Yeah, I mean, well, that wasn't the last boss then. That wasn't the last level. We just thought it was. It's not.
Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Clive.
Yeah, somebody should break their
Go
necks.
on then.
Or snap their neck or whatever.
You'll not find a better price than that.
I wanted to cut the bad guy's head off and then light his head on fire. Then throw his body in the water. I'm supposed to light his head. I'm supposed to cut his head off and light it on fire. I'm gonna do everything there is to do in this game, no matter what it is. Everything, 100% in this game. This is like one of the main PS5 games right here.
It doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for
This is one of the only PS5 exclusive games.
It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain.
Yeah, take me with you. I hope you win.
Well,
I hope you win. I hope you win.
But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I am still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings?
Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue.
Once I beat the game, I could play the DLC. I got the DLC, the
Your
first
brother
one.
mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is.
Once I beat this,
But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
you gotta use your cell phone. Just go to YouTube on your cell phone.
You'll have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
Don't you got a cell
Don't have
phone?
to do this. If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides...
Yeah, well, YouTube got a cell phone. A cell phone on YouTube or whatever. You just pull your phone out and go to YouTube and solve the puzzle.
We are in your debt, Dion.
Like every person on Earth, they got a phone right in their pocket. And they just pull it out and click YouTube.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
What? What? I'm here. Oh. We should get Justice League, Suicide Squad, Rise of the Justice League, or whatever. What? I'm here. I'm here. I'm just not saying anything.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
You can use a PS4 controller on the PS5, but you got to be playing a PS4 game. You got to link the controller up through the Bluetooth in the settings. It'd be way too confusing. But you can use a PS4. Yeah, I know, but you could. If your charger's broken, you can use a PS4 controller. PS4 controller work on the 5.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we...
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in
Well met. You're welcome anytime.
Do you see that too?
Is it?
Don't ask me.
Please, just make it stop. Make it stop.
I need to take a 10-minute break. This game is 150 hours long. Just like my mother.
Factor that was able to get rid of the egg that was inside of him, which gives him the edge to go save the rest of the X-Men. And the first person he saves is Carol Danvers. Now, when he gets there, of course, he just kills some
Carol
Danvers, he destroys the machines. And with that happening, Carol Danvers is back in her regular human or somewhat human form. And you have Wolverine tell her, we gotta go and save the rest of the X-Men. Of course,
no.
She's like,
Carol, you stupid bitch, Carol, not you. Carol.
you have Corsair telling Havoc what happened to the X-Men. Now remember, Corsair is the father to Cyclops and Havoc, meaning that Havoc is Cyclops' brother. Matter of fact, his younger brother. But you have Havoc being upset and want to go out in space to go save his brother because he actually cares for Cyclops. But you have Corsair say, no, he's not going. He's going to stay here on Earth. He tells Mormon Tagger that he's going to sneak away with the Starjammers, go up into space to actually save the X-Men from the Brood race. But then we jump back over to Cyclops, and we see Cyclops is right now being pursued by Brood warriors. Now, when Cyclops is able to get rid of them, and when he thinks he finds the rest of the X-Men, he realizes that the people he sees in front of him are not the X-Men.
They ain't the X-Men.
More Brood people. That someone is messing with his mind. But thanks to him having training from Charles Xavier how to block out psychic powers, he was able to think straight once again and realize that he's being hunted by the Brood. And so he gets rid of them. Now, you do have Cyclops being able to find Storm. But when he finds Storm, well, Storm is just meditating. She's in her own world. And so once you have Cyclops go over to see she is okay, she's crying. But she has no idea why she is crying. But to her, she knows one thing, that she's at war with herself. And she's wondering what is going on. And you have Wolverine and Carol Danvers being able to find them and say, let's go, we gotta leave, let's get out of here now. Now you have Storm, Wolverine, Cyclops, and Carol being able to find Kitty Pryde, Colossus, and Nightcrawler. Now those last three X-Men have not broken out of their illusions yet. But either way, you have Wolverine, Cyclops, Colossus, and Carol go out and keep looking for Illyana because she was also kidnapped as well, while Nightcrawler, Kitty Pryde, and Storm try to steal a ship to get away from the Brood. But here comes the big problem though. While following the A-Team, which was again Cyclops, Colossus, Carol Danvers, and Wolverine. Wolverine and Cyclops continue to argue because Wolverine wants to kill the Brood race. Cyclops does not want to kill because the one big rule the X-Men have, X-Men don't kill. But for Wolverine, he's like, listen, dude, this is war, and they are very dangerous. If we don't kill them now, they can come back and harm us later on and cause more problems. Now, you do have Carol Danvers being able to find Illyana, which is great. But then when Cyclops turned around, Wolverine is still going after the Queen because the Queen's the one who basically plants the eggs inside of vessels. You get rid of her, no more Brood. And so that is what Wolverine is trying to do. And matter of fact, Wolverine is able to find the Queen, and Wolverine does not take long before he actually kills the Queen. He kills her, bam, just like that. The Queen is dead. But after he kills her, Storm, Nightcrawler, and Kitty Pryde were able to get a ship, teleport the X-Men on the ground into the ship so they can all leave. Except once they're flying away from the Brood race, they realize their ship is about to be under fire. And so that is where we are going to stop today's comic book video. So please hit that like button down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoyed today's comic book video. What's going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we are going to jump back over to Marvel Comics, and we are going to continue our coverage over the X-Men rating order. Now, today, we are going to wrap up the Brood saga, which of course is one of the, not biggest, but one of the first sagas that went on in the X-Men comics under Chris Claremont. But with this saga, it actually launches a second X-Men title back in the 1980s, which we are going to cover next week, which is New Mutants. But before we can cover that book right there, we have to cover the last 3 issues of the Brood saga. So I do hope you enjoy today's comic book video, and if you do, hit that like button down below and subscribe. But here we go. Now, getting back into Uncanny X-Men number 164, you have to remember what happened in our last video. Now remember, the X-Men were kidnapped by the Brood, but at the end of our video, the X-Men were able to get away from the Brood planet on Ilyandra's spaceship, except when they got away, of course, the Brood caught up and began the process of surrounding the X-Men Ilyandra's ship. But here's the thing though, as we dive into Uncanny X-Men number 164, the Brood are not shooting to kill the X-Men, they're hoping that the X-Men will go ahead and surrender. And the reason why is because you have to remember, in our last video we found out the Queen of the Brood actually implanted different Brood eggs in each of the X-Men. And once
the X-Men, you heard them? Fuck, man. The X-Men.
Society. And so that's why the Queen is now looking for the X-Men, because once the Brood takes over the X-Men bodies, they also gain their powers as well. And so she and other people is trying to capture them alive, also have the eggs of the Brood inside of them, and they become very powerful. So now here comes another problem with the X-Men. Illyana actually tells the X-Men that they're unable to walk away from them because a certain part of the spaceship is actually damaged, and so someone has to go out there and actually fix the spaceship. Because while she's out there, she can make attacks trying to use to stop the X-Men from getting away. Now here comes another thing I do want to bring up. Wolverine knows about the eggs implanted in the X-Men, because you have to remember, in our last video, Wolverine has a yellow implanted in the fact that he was actually able to beat the egg inside of him. The thing is, he's the only X-Men that knows about the eggs being implanted inside of each X-Men Charles Xavier because he has no idea what happened to the X-Men. All he knows is the X-Men are missing, and he's scared to know what happened to them. But at the same time, we learn that him and Colossus' new sister, Iana, both live in the mansion by themselves now. And Iana is about 14 or 15 years old.
Ileana.
Because as we covered the origin story and the Magic and Storm storyline, she stayed in limbo for about 7 to 8 years, and so she quickly aged up to 14 and 15. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out is because this is actually the beginning of Marvel getting ready to release the second X-Men title, of course being Mutants, and we're going to cover that here in a couple weeks, actually. But either way, though, we know what's going on with Charles Xavier and Liana. Now, we do learn what happened to Carol Danvers, and we learn that she was able to actually...
Roller coaster of love.